Ordinarily, not that scared of spiders. Certainly in real life, in the UK, our spiders are not that scary. And I decided to watch Ice Spiders, not necessarily because I thought it would be terrifying, but because it sounded like an interesting concept. But as soon as I saw that first giant spider, my skin crawled. So it was a lot more effective for me than I had expected. This was released in 2007. It's written by Eric Miller. It's directed by Tibor Takat, and I apologise if I've mispronounced that. And we have a cast including Patrick Muldoon and Vanessa Williams. We have a really great cast, solid performances, quite an interesting concept. It's about this ski team who go to the ski resort, and while they're there, they encounter some rather giant spiders. And this is because the spiders were being modified in this nearby laboratory, and the spiders kind of managed to escape, and they're huge and they're disgusting, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Interestingly for me with this one, I found them to be just as scary when they weren't interacting with the humans. Quite often with films like this, or any kind of horror film that involves a creature, the scarier moments are when they're just about to make contact, or when we see the bloodshed or the gore. And that's not to say that there isn't any of that, or that I didn't enjoy that, but for me, just the sight alone of these spiders made me feel very queasy. And I'm not scared of spiders, so if you are ordinarily quite scared of spiders, proceed with caution, because it's quite brutal, but in a very effective way. Yes, there were times when the narrative was slowing down and I wanted things to move forward a little bit more quickly and bring the spiders into it a bit more, but they're in it a decent amount. It's not like we have them at the beginning and then not again for an hour or anything. I think the narrative progresses at a pretty steady rate, and I rather enjoyed it. With regards to the non-spider characters, yeah, the characters were all well enough written, no problems there, decent performances. The location is quite appealing as well. I'm not sure where it's filmed. That information doesn't appear to be on IMDb, but also it's also kind of my idea of a nightmare location. I've got no interest in going on a ski resort, because the idea of just being stuck on a slippery slope in the freezing cold, it doesn't appeal to me. So there were a lot of different elements here that worked very well for me, and in general, I enjoyed it. It was a little bit different. Definitely worked very well for me. If you're scared of spiders, good luck. I do recommend it if you're wanting something a little bit creepy and generally a decent narrative with some good performances and some pretty creepy spiders.